Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy DLloyd, and Carmelo Anthony may be just a little bit closer of signing with an NBA team. Now, just last week, we seen Carmelo Anthony having some informal scrimmages with the New York Knicks. So these were not formal scrimmages, informal scrimmages, but we did get some videos surfacing from that workout with Carmelo Anthony actually working out with Julius Randle, who is the New York Knicks' new power forward. But with all of that said, it looks like not the Knicks, but another team in the state of New York could actually be interested in signing Carmelo Anthony, and that team is the Brooklyn Nets. Now, Brooklyn is definitely a team on the come up, but we heard reports over the weekend that both Kevin Durant as well as Kyrie Irving, two of the new focal points on that team, were actually pushing the organization to try to go out and sign Carmelo Anthony. Now, if you ask me, I think this is definitely a great thing. But TMZ caught up with Carmelo Anthony. They asked him how did he feel about both KD and Kyrie basically going out and trying to get him. And he basically said that that is family. And if something is going to happen, then something is going to happen. Now, a lot of you guys said in the last Carmelo Anthony video that you believe the Brooklyn Nets was actually a good fit for Carmelo Anthony, and you guys were hoping that that is actually where he ended up signing. I will have to agree with you, especially now at this point, right? When you look at Brooklyn and you look at their roster, you're not going to have Kevin Durant for the entire season. So Kyrie Irving is going to have to be the guy. He's going to be your primary scorer, your ball handler, your playmaker. He's basically all of that for your offense. You have DeAndre Jordan, who's going to do a lot of the dirty work for you. And when you take a look at the small forward position, you're going to have a Joe Harris, you're going to have a Taurean Prince. Carmelo Anthony could be one of those guys who could come in, who could score points for you, right? And also, you can move Melo to the 4. He could play that power forward position and play very well there, especially if you go small ball. So I think Carmelo Anthony could carve out a pretty nice role with the Brooklyn Nets. Now, he has to have that same mentality that he said on First Take, right? He has to be willing to come off of the bench. He has to be okay with not being the focal point of an offense and not being the primary scorer day in and day out. You can't just say it and be okay with it for 10 games, right? You have to do that for an entire season. And this Brooklyn Nets team is talented enough that even without Kevin Durant, they should still be a playoff team. He has to be willing to accept that role for an entire season. If he could do that, I love the idea of having Carmelo Anthony with the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, he's a 12-time All-Star. We know he gets buckets. That is exactly what a guy like Carmelo Anthony is going to do. He brings in that veteran leadership as well. And a lot of guys actually enjoy playing with Carmelo Anthony. If he could bring all of that to the table, I like this fit. I think he will take some of that load off of Kyrie Irving. And I think he'll be able to come in and contribute very solid minutes and can get you points. And he could even finish some games. I don't think he's going to start for Brooklyn, but I definitely do see him finishing a few games, especially if Taurean Prince isn't having a great day, Joe Harris isn't having a great day, or just simply having him finish the game at the 4. I could see that happening. So if this does in fact happen, I'm a fan of it. But you guys let me know how you guys feel about it in the comment section below. Would you like to see Carmelo Anthony sign with the Brooklyn Nets? Do you think there is another team that could potentially be a better fit? Or are you one of the guys who simply think Carmelo Anthony will not be on the NBA roster come day 1 of the season? You guys let me know how you guys feel about this in the comment section below. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.